Oh, the block, and around goes the 34, and Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys. Reddick.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Tyler Reddick for the win. Everybody else wrecks.
High, goes to the bottom, and look at the energy coming with Gregson. Brad was able to utilize that block, pushes him, and that was one block too many on McDowell's behalf. Turned him around.
And look at Reddick. Maintain his foot on the floor and shoot through as mayhem develops behind. The first 4 cars get by unscathed. Reddick, Keselowski, Gregson, and Berry.
Start finish line. If you can keep your car straight, you're not going to let off until it's sideways and uncontrollable.
There you can see. Watch the 7 car get up on its side.
Oh, it's upside
All the way
down.
upside down.
Underneath Josh Berry.
And it's still sliding on its side all the way down the wall.
Yeah, he's going to finish the race.
Look at that. That is wild. I thought I saw that.
LaJoy, 19th.
Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, it's going to go over.
Here's the reaction of Travis Peterson after Michael McDowell had pretty well dominated stage number 3.
Oh, Briscoe gets loose. Austin Wayne Self around. Heavy contact with the 99 of Peters, up and over. Austin Wayne Self in the 22, and that upside down 99 is Timothy Peters.
Watch him get loose on the bottom, gets into Johnny a little bit, turns him sideways. Ben Rhodes able to get by. Timothy commits to the bottom. Austin Wayne comes down there. A wild ride for Timothy. Well, Timothy just really didn't even have any choice but to go to the bottom, did he?
No, that normally Austin would have probably come back up the racetrack after that, and he didn't.
How about the view from Matt Crafton? And this is Timothy Peters. Watch this ride. Now the 18 drops down to the bottom. He'll block the inside line.
What a tough spot for Kyle Busch. What lane is he going to block? The outside lane. Now the inside lane is going to come.
Here comes the inside lane. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. back to the front. Another hood flap flies off. Oh, around comes the 18. The 42 collects the 17 as well. The 62 upside down. Brendan Gaughan upside down as he went back in front of the pack.
We're wrecked here, guys.
And the big one happens right at the front of the field.
That was crazy. Brendan Gaughan just flipped around, fortunately landed on his tires.
The 2, major damage.
Yeah. So Kurt pushing Kyle. It just hooked him. And look at Brendan Gaughan just flipped right over. It's like the nose of that Chevrolet just can't quite push them straight. It just can't do it.
Yeah, the 17 goes up to side draft. I don't think that affects the 18. It's the one just pushing his brother. It peels the 18 off to the right. It looks a lot like the 24 accident. Look at the 62, a full flip back on its wheels. Thank goodness. Instantly stopped the flipping, put the car back in position. But a huge accident.
You wonder though if the side force, like right here, if the side force didn't help push the car off and roll it off the front bumper, right?
Yeah.
Just the air moved it
because
to
he's
the
trying
right.
to pull him back.
Yes, and just moved it, and then that helped with that pointed nose of the Chevrolet. The combination of the two.
Oh, this shot right here.
Yeah.
Coming right at you. Look at this 62. It looks like a toy car. It doesn't look real.
3,400 pounds. Remember that. These things are almost 2 tons.
Well, you know, with only 30 laps left.
Yeah, it's
going to make your way through this field.
29 to go now as the green flag flies once again. Haley, not a great restart here as Ryan C gets off to a good start, and now they're 4 wide going into 1.
That's it.
Oh, and around goes the 7, hard into the outside wall.
Buddy, hang on, hang on.
On the apron, the 21 of Anthony Alfredo was into the wall hard. He's upside down, sliding through 1 and 2. Looks like the 18 back there of Riley Herbst also involved.
Big run, goes to the apron. Next thing we know, we're 4 wide on the apron, Jeff.
Yeah, everybody's got to go. Everybody has tires trying to get track position. And Allgaier was just on the apron, entered the corner on the apron, and ended up getting up into the side of the 21.
Yeah, he ran out of, I mean, at some point, you have to make the corner. The corner has the banking. There were so many cars above him, he couldn't get up on the banking. It looked like he lost control. Take another look at it. Focus on that bright red or orange number 7 back here. That's kind of where the whole thing starts.
And normally you think you're going to get down here and you're going to slide up into the racetrack, but he just never had a chance to. Allgaier just kind of, I think, needed to give that spot up and get out of the throttle, but knowing there's a race win, if you can make it work, maybe ahead of you, just chose to stay in the gas.
And look at this car. It gets up on its side. It's sliding. You know, these cars have roof flaps that design them to stay on the ground when you see a high speed rollover at, say, a restrictor plate track. But here, that wasn't really an aerodynamic thing. The cars aren't going at top speed on this restart. That's just the force of this car hitting that outside wall, throws it up into the air, and then, Jeff, as we saw, it slides to a stop on its roof.
Yeah, there was another car involved in this too that got him up and upside down when he did hit the wall. Take another look. Here's the 18 of Riley Herbst. He gets into him.
Both of those young drivers are having good nights tonight.
And when you see a car gets upside down, Jeff, it takes me back to the technology we don't talk about so much. You know, from a 5-point to a 6-point to a 7-point seatbelt harness, all of those points that are added are down around your hips and legs for this reason, to keep a driver pulled straight down in the seat so they don't go up when a car gets upside down.
That's a big impact. I mean, obviously it's dramatic when he rolls over, but as you said, Steve, the impact is what rolled him over.
Worse. Joey, you know that any vibration when you're in a pack like this, especially when you're a rookie. Oh, there it goes.
In the middle.
Oh, no.
Austin Wayne himself and upside down is the 45 of Majeski.
Let's hope he gets back on his tires here.
That thing's square on the roof. What a shame. That time Majeski and his truck comes to a stop.
That big set that you saw that white truck make right there, he needed room to save it. And you try to do everything you can to not run into other cars. You try to do everything you can to keep your truck going straight. And unfortunately, wrong place at the wrong time for Ty.
9 trucks involved. Let's ride along with the 16 of Austin Hill and see his perspective. That's the best perspective to have of a wreck, Vince.
Yeah,
You're going to wreck behind you. That wreck is big time. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. All right, cautions out, back it down. Roll out easy.
There's the push. Push in the trial was just not the ideal place this time of the race especially, but it's hard to make it work through there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just not the spot to do it. And these are some of the mistakes that will be made throughout this race. As these drivers have more and more experience, they realize, hey, don't touch each other going through that tri-oval. It is a decent turn, and it doesn't have the banking that turns 1, 2, 3, and 4 have. It's quite a bit flatter, so the car's not compressed into the racetrack, loaded like you really want it to. It's uneven.
He's doing a good job of it. Yeah, he's got to get to the top. The top's going to have the biggest energy here. 21's going to come with a huge shove.
They are 2 and 3 wide behind him. Crossover,
Here he
that's
comes.
Austin Hill in the 21. Big crash, up and over. Caution is out. That's Myatt Snyder.
Looks looks like he
started his rookie season. It's Austin Hill who gets it done at Daytona, and here's what happened behind him.
That's just a bad scenario. Once you get turned around backwards, if he doesn't get hit in the front end, it probably doesn't get airborne, but it's just you got that other car wedging underneath the front to get the lift there. But it's great to see, like Chad talked about, the safety innovations of these cars. You know, to see Myatt just walk right out, that's a great sign.
And I would be anxious to see how close it was at the time of caution, because look right here, it looks like the 16's out front. Whew, it had to be really close.
The caution wasn't out at that point when they left our screen, so he was clearly ahead by the time he left the bottom of your monitors on television. But unfortunately, Anthony Alfredo getting into the back of the 31 and creating that issue.
Wow. I mean, look at that car.
And look at the grass that's flying in front of him.
Where's the engine?
Oh,
wow.
The engine's gone. I mean, this kind of like a Michael Waltrip wreck that we saw at Bristol, where it's just, or the Jeffrey Bodine, right?
Kyle Larson front straightaway here at Daytona years ago.